minutes, I'm going to quickly introduce Lehigh Valley Dance Exchange, and I'm going to spend most of my time talking about Enter Demeter, which is our newest project that we've been working on for the past several months. And then that leaves me about 30 seconds to mess up or go on a brief tangent, and then Brittany and Megan are going to dance with a video version of themselves, which kind of takes you through the process of getting Enter Demeter here, setting it up, learning it, and rehearsing it. So quickly, Lehigh Valley Dance Exchange is something that I started dreaming about a couple years ago. I moved into the Lehigh Valley and began teaching at Muhlenberg College, and since then I've taught at several local colleges in the area, some high school programs, some studios, and community organizations. I really got to know dance in all of these different venues, and I noticed how much talent we have in the Lehigh Valley, what amazing venues we have. And I also noticed that it was kind of compartmentalized. There was, the college dance, there was the professional dance that goes through places like Zollner and some of the other big theaters in the area. And that talent usually isn't from the Lehigh Valley. It's invited artists from New York or Philadelphia or wherever they're coming from. Then you have your studio dance. And then I also noticed this growing group of artists in upcoming professional companies of the Lehigh Valley and surrounding area. Just young individuals who really want to be performing. They're not living in New York, they're not living in Philadelphia, they're living right here. They're talented artists, and they want people to see their work. I started attending some of their shows, and I noticed that, at the shows, there are a handful of people there, and that happens sometimes even in bigger cities, but, it happens more in small towns where you have your friends and family come and see your shows, and that's about it. So when I started thinking, how amazing would it be if all of these community groups, the professors that pass through the colleges, the artists that pass through the colleges, or that are situated here, people that are living here because they lived here and they're talented artists, got together and worked together and tried to choreograph together, share resources, teach classes, just be a community of dancers. So that's the Lehigh Valley Dance Exchange. That's what we're trying to do. The Enter Demeter project, which I'm going to talk about for the rest of the time, is exciting for me because it was one of those projects that when I thought of it, I thought this is never going to happen because first and foremost, it was going to be super expensive. I wanted to bring a really internationally recognized choreographer into the Lehigh Valley, have an audition, choose some dancers from the Lehigh Valley, set this work on them, and perform it at a venue where we can invite people to see it. So I knew that this project was going to cost somewhere between $7,000 and $10,000, and that wasn't even including salaries for the dancers or for any of the artists involved. So that's a little bit about Enter Demeter. So Lehigh Valley Dance Exchange was really committed to bringing a choreographer here this year. We had started working on smaller projects, and this was going to be our big project. So I began looking for an artist that we could bring to the area, and like I said, a lot of them have really hefty price tags. I ended up in Manhattan last summer, and I saw Elise Finwall, her company, the company which I used to perform with for several years in New York. And I saw a piece that they were working on called Enter Demeter, and I just thought it was going to be perfect for this first venture of ours. The reason why I thought it was going to be perfect was because the dancing is hard. It's a 35-minute piece for 9 women. All 9 women are on stage the entire 35 minutes and dancing. The choreography is super athletic and super intricate, detailed, lots of gestural phrases, lots of intense movement. The topic is really mature, so we're going to be asking these 9 dancers to really perform something beyond their own experiences. They're going to be portraying women at many different stages of life, from really birth through death, many different circumstances, many different environments. Finally, the rehearsal period is going to be super intense. At least the schedule is crazy. If you have worked in colleges in the area, you know how hard it is to schedule things during an academic year. And we needed to do this in one of the college studios. So basically, we had less than 4 days. We had pretty much 3 days to bring Elise in, set a 35-minute piece, and then send her home. So we worked for about 10 to 12 hours a day, pretty much nonstop. There was a Starbucks break pretty much every day. I think we donated about $1 million to Starbucks that week. And so that was that. I just wanted to read exactly what was written by Elise, the choreographer, about Enter Demeter. So Enter Demeter explores the humanity and the struggle between life life and death through the physical manifestation of 9 women in a restricted arena. The entirety of the stage becomes the anointed ground in which these women are enclosed and in which they struggle for autonomy, civility, and the significance within an often fragile and volatile environment, where nothing is to be taken for granted. It showcases the beauty, clarity, value, and strength of women through the interrogation of all human values. The piece takes inspiration from The Voyage by Eduardo Bellino and Faith Wilding's poem Waiting, which was part of the performance program of Woman House, the seminal feminist art installation that took place in Hollywood in 1972. I wanted to very quickly show you this poem. So get ready to read fast. Just to give you an idea of some of where this movement had been generated. Just quickly, how are we going to do this? So basically at $0 to start with. Like I said, this is going to cost somewhere between $7,000 and $10,000. I applied for a Lehigh Valley Arts Council grant and I got $1,000. So I was like, great, now I have about $6,000 more to go. We needed to fly them here, plane tickets. We needed to house them, feed them, set the choreography. I originally wanted to pay the dancers, a venue, tech staff, lighting, marketing, a billion things that we had to do. So at first I was really overwhelmed and I was thinking that this is never going to happen, but I kind of pushed myself a little bit and I just said, start asking. So what we ended up with is Cedar Crest College kicked in another $1,000 to at least get Elise here to set the piece. Elise's fee was completely reduced down to pretty much nothing. I used my husband's frequent flyer miles to buy the plane tickets. I housed them in my house and pretty much fed them spaghetti every night. The dancers all agreed to perform for free. Morning Call agreed to write an article on us. We had over 40 people interested in performing, and Cedar Crest also donated the space, the lighting, the tech staff, pretty much everything. And now we're offering this performance to the community for free during Women's History Month, which is really great. So for the rest of my time, I just wanted to kind of show you the process.
Everybody got number 5. I'm Brittany J. Further, I'm number 7. Down.